NiP, best of 3, starting on Train, which is good news. I've missed Train quite a bit, and Jacob said only NiP can only win if Forest, really has like a great game. So I'm picking NiP for this one. Forest is always great.
Okay, you're based on Forest. You're gonna take this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Pimp's logic and just follow it through.
I'll take MIBR.
Ooh, all right. I like that. We've got some rivalry that's based on no logic or fact or anything. Nothing to cement it with.
No reason. I'm just taking him. Forrest going to drop that smoke down towards Ivy. Taco, he's going to lead the way out. Oh, that flashbang was perfect to prevent him from getting a kill. And he was so focused on Twist, he didn't notice the boost up, but the kills are still coming the way of the Brazilians. And look at the swarm onto the bomb site. How do you hold it back? You do it with Plopski. He's got a double kill to keep them away from the bomb site, but surely that can only last so long. And MIBR eventually come out on top.
That was a raw fight. Like there was no breaks in that one. Great way to get a game started. Definitely, I mean that's a simple strategy from MIBR, but it doesn't have to be complicated. That's not taking anything away from them. I like it.
Yeah, simple, effective.
Yeah,
they've got the pistol. 1-0. They've got a Krieg on the board. They got a MAC-10 on Taco. Scouts and Deagles for the NiP squad. An old school second round for CT sides. And Luke is going to use a pop flash to get an angle. No one pushing up along that wall towards ladder room, so not a chance to pick anyone off, and he might just want to slide back in towards safety. Where are those scouts at? Forrest has one peering down Ivy. Plopski has the other, and that's at upper towards the inner bomb site.
Yeah, he's showing himself, trying for one of those early handshots, but then falling back. Forrest expecting for someone to be up there. And a bit of a double peek on that side. kNgV and Lucas on the other side. The smoke will go down. There's still 3 more smokes left on the NiP side. So, if MIBR are going to be playing this a bit too slowly, some of those smokes could certainly be an annoyance a little bit down the road in this round.
Just looking at it like it's going to have to be some kind of an outside crunch. You have these 2 players moving on Ivy. That's the first signal. That's the first kill to have Lucas move forward, and he's got a double. That's a lot of the danger taken away, and now it's pretty much all of the danger taken away. Plopski, without any kind of miraculous headshots, is not going to be able to get anything done. But some decent damage, just none of the frags were cleaned up, and it all goes the way of MIBR. Investment from NiP yields them no results.
And I really enjoyed that round from Lucas in the sense that once the first smoke was gone, and I think they'd heard like one of the scouts or something, it just felt like Lucas said, you know what, I have the better weapon, I'm gonna go take this fight. I'm just gonna open it up. There's no point in edging around on close to the bomb side and trying to sneak in a kill or anything. It's like you can do that if you're the one with the deagle or the scout and you're hoping for an easy shot, but he had the better weaponry and there was no fear in that one, so it's good to see. Some assertive play coming out early on from MIBR. They're one of those teams we were talking about in the previous best of 3 that has been sort of suffering from a lack of confidence, and they obviously have all the right players on this team. Like in the lineup is great, but
I think this might not be a fair statement to some of the other teams that we also see and kind of feel like are suffering from a lack of confidence. At least that we see MIBR in interviews talking about why they have that lack of confidence. That one from Fallen really resonated with me, saying, at some point in this new stage, like Lucas, when we brought him in, he's kind of lost his identity of how he likes to play the game and what he likes to do as a player. And just acknowledging that and starting to work to get him back into feeling some comfort, I think is a big first step for the MIBR lineup.
I'll be honest, just the fact that they talk about those things in an interview and sort of, start to shine some light on that is so cool, because, the majority of the game is actually inside of that element of how to put together a team and how to make things work. Plopski, you know what? Fair play.
Fer actually naded himself.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Into the wall. Oh dear. 3-0. Nothing comes from it. And only 3 kills for the Ninjas so far in this game. So plenty of money. Everyone on the MIBR side, 3 players over 6K, 2 players over 5K.
Early double up for NiP, so Twist was quite good with it.
I've been very impressed with Twist in NiP.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about NiP versus Fnatic, but he seems to be much better on an individual level playing within this squad. And it's funny, because he's one of those players we heard for years as NiP kind of struggled with that original core lineup. That was like an idea to be brought into NiP and turned down a number of times.
Yeah.
And he's here anyways.
Yeah, I never knew if that was like you know, the real deal or not. That he actually, you know, but apparently I remember at the time people saying he wanted to play with friends, and that was like a big thing for him or something like that.
Yeah.
I remember even before that conversation came up, looking at Twist and thinking, like the ceiling for this guy is almost unlimited. Like, you know, this is back in like 14 or something, but I just remember him being so good. Plopski will take down Fallen, and REZ will drop Lucas, trying to revenge it or trying to catch maybe Plopski coming back. Now, 2 of them are stuck behind E-Box, but he can't really stick around and stay there to try and have them pinned down. Oh, the grenade. Slightly grenading himself again.
His grenade work has not been on par quite yet. They need to do something to flush these players out. And Fur, you can see, he doesn't want to give this up. He wants to continue that battle. He gets dinked, so he can't stay for the follow-up fight against REZ, who's backed off. A nice shot from Forrest. Still holding on, but Fur's got in a new position. He can eliminate him, and the HP is so low, but Fur's doing so much work. Look at the way he's opened up this bomb site. And Taco, he needs to swip away from that MAC-10. It's not going to happen in time. A nice hold from NiP, but that was a costly victory, and they'd lose one of the ops in the process.
In that 2-on-4, never mind that MIBR, or at least one of them was low on health and had a MAC-10, but also there wasn't that much time left. There's 30 seconds or something. I think it even halfway looked like NiP kind of wanted to be defensive, but weren't really able to call it. Like, it's the 30 seconds when he gets the skill, right? So, yeah, you want to try and at that point in time probably find a way to limit the amount of casualties, and that could definitely cost them. 3-1, and leading into 5th round here. You know where Fur was just looking at that fence?
Yeah.
Right here, that fence that's to his left. You can shoot through that fence all the way down to Ivy. Sort of more, not quite where Forrest is standing, but close by. Like on the boxes that are there.
So, yeah, an actual useful spam. That's what you're saying.
Right through, yeah. I don't think anyone's ever tried it in like a, you know, official game.
Well, eventually, one day, somebody will. Ooh, Lecro's so open to a pop flash. They go for a contact play, take a decent amount of damage. That nade coming in just tickles Lucas a little bit, and oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Bomb site is lost, and NiP gonna struggle to recover, and if they don't get something favorable, some kind of favorable position, some kind of kill soon, this might have to be a save scenario.
Yeah, I think it almost has to be. I mean, there's a flank from REZ, but there's another flank from Fur that's very far away. You will never see that flank coming from Fur. REZ though, ooh, he's gonna get caught. And yeah, now the problem is that flank just turns into a way to catch more rifles. This is a kind of a brutal round for NiP. It was already a bit of a questionable win in the last one, but now they're gonna probably lose everything here.
I don't know. This is actually a pretty good call from NiP, staying in CT spawn. They can at least hit these shots. Good one from Twist, and that's a good follow-up from Plopski. They should be able to hold on to the Furs here. Are going to get one more, but the op will stay alive in Twist's hands. He wants nothing to do with the fight. 4-1, and MIBR does a good job. They had so much money in the bank still that they can afford to throw those weapons away to take out as much as possible. And NiP, I mean, it's a hard call to make because they were sticking around that back wall so long to see if they could make a retake happen, but
yeah,
it ends up backfiring in a massive way.
It definitely does. Some Deagles now behind that AWP. And that's, I mean, that whole early exchange between Lecro and Taco at the bomb site, right? It's, you know, he puts in, like, he doesn't damage with the grenade, but then as he's trying to fall back and take, like, the actual fight that he wants to take, he's, like, in the middle of, in between those two trains, and he's just such an open target.
I think this is one of the things that the new Krieg meta is opening up. As we saw, I think there's just been so many more contact plays because you can be confident in the first bullet accuracy. So why use so much the utility that takes long to plume? Just one pop flash and start peeking. If you're throwing those smokes over, people are going to have an idea of what's coming. They're going to be able to rotate. They're going to be able to put out counter utility themselves. But the confidence in the Kriegs on this T side is allowing teams to just kind of really bully and flex their way into bomb sites before the defense can even react.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot more out of it. You see Taco just running up on the sidewalk there. I mean, it was just a Deagle on the other side, but it is still looking pretty good. Fur catching REZ at a weird off angle. But still somehow was ready for it. And now the mission surely is just to try and save this AWP. Don't give it up for anything. That's going to be 5-1. That's an amazing beginning to T-side train.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. And props to Twist for hanging on to this AWP across 2 rounds. So that was a weapon they likely wouldn't have been able to have if he hadn't been able to do that. So it'll be rifles around it. It'll be a strong buy for the Ninjas, but they do need to get into the winning ways pretty quick. And we're going to see an early timeout, maybe not early, a timely timeout for the NiP. 6 rounds in, as they want to discuss things about how to adjust this defense.
Yeah, and I think the problem was really that first round that they won, it because they lost 3 players in that round, it wasn't going to be like a huge boost of confidence for them, and it also obviously damaged their economy. So I feel like they're still in the starting phases of this game, whereas MIBR just hot out the gate. They're feeling really good. And making some confident plays. Like, some of the indecision that I've seen earlier in MIBR is certainly not present so far in the early stages here. They are just going for it. Fallen leading the charge. Tucker with the follow-up. Even if they burn at the end there, that is still such a powerful play right off the bat.
I think and they're going to be fine with that. They're going to be fine with a 2-for-2 trade because it's going to spread the defense out. And you have to know, to a certain degree, you have to assume if you're MIBR, this defense is going to start playing passively just so they can buy time to rotate into proper position. It's also going to spread one out. They have to keep eyes at some point on towards inner. Twist is just rotating back and forth, hoping for the proper timing, but 2 players coming down Ivy for the moment. Force is going to block that off, and I think oh yeah, he just wants to go right through it, and he's got the angle. What an aggressive play, and Force caught off guard. Now Lekro is pretty much stuck. And Twist is in Z connector. There's no way he can really peek anywhere that's going to help out. It's all up to Lekro up top.
Trying for the spray. Took a little bit too long, and Twist, 1 AWP hand. That's a very dangerous jump. Trying to shoot under the train, but not connecting, and he is now just out of luck.
I can't believe Lucas jumped there. That had to have just been like a force of habit. Like,
yeah.
That's like his finger doing something before his brain could tell him no.
Yeah, that could have, I don't think it would have cost him the round, but that could have been very, very dangerous.
No, but it puts it into a 2-on-1 that then Lucas probably sticks around and goes for, right? And then who knows what happens?
Yeah. Now they're hunting for him. Twist trying to save the rifle in the same position. And a shot in the back at least. Orb holding on one side. Lucas trying to bait out the shot on the other side. Twist, if he escapes too far this way, that's bad news as well. They're hunting for him in the last seconds of the round, and they'll get him. And that is worth it.
100% worth it. There's so much cash on MIBR. And NiP... Ooh. Well, Twist, because he saved the op so many times and didn't have to rebuy it, he picks up another one. But it's one of those awkward scenarios where his teammates around it aren't going to be fully risking into this. So upgraded pistols around 1 op, and MIBR is off to the races.
Cool to see Fur making these plays.
Those are the kind of like aggressive plays that you really want his style. Those are the plays like you want his aggression to be kind of filtered into. Like, not so much like the crazy flank pushes like right at the start of a round that you see once in a while, or that you see maybe too frequently. Like, those are cool to pull out once in a while as a gimmick, but that's the kind of aggression where you see a smoke and you're like, screw it. It's a 3-on-3. I'm going to get the angle. I'm going to go right through it. The chances, risk the fact that he's holding on to the smoke.
Oh, that's a scout on Rez. That's a huge fight to be winning. If they can get one more engagement like that, that's in their favor. NiP are just in a lot of trouble in this first half already. So they need something. There's kNgV almost getting found by Forrest. He's going to try and hunt him down and doesn't even stop for the Molotov. Maybe even could have kept going, but still, great shot. And Plopski will drop Taco and pick up the Krieg. Twist. Chance there, but not quite getting it. Scout actually doing so much damage. This is a very much saving grace here for NiP in this round. Like, they need a round like this.
This is exactly what they needed, and this was a small change in style from MIBR. Instead of, aggressively attacking a choke point to open up a round, they went spread across the map into more of a default, and that allowed that scout to pick one player off, allowed the CZ and ladder room to do some damage. They're going to get what's looking like a clean win out of this. It's Fallen versus 5, which is pretty wild. Tossing some of the guns away. Might as well even toss this AWP out of the hands. So Otherwise, Plopski's going to be able to net NiP a double op setup if that's what they want. He's asking around, and no, they don't want to go for it.
Which is odd, because REZ is a scout.
Yeah, you think just in terms of a free upgrade.
Yeah, then they would have to buy a rifle, I guess, but still.
Yeah, maybe not entirely free.
I mean, yeah, money is still pretty good for MIBR. We'll see what the scout, if that turns out to be a mistake or not. Tactical timeout for MIBR. But I'm quite liking what we're seeing out of the Brazilians in this game so far. I
mentioned this, I think, the last time we casted MIBR. I think I've seen improvements in this team that I don't think the results have caught up with quite yet.
Yeah. We ran into to Dead outside a little bit for just a second, I think maybe yesterday. And the crucial thing, I mean, maybe not the only thing, but one of the things that I was interested to know was something like, you know, how does the team just feel? Is it like are people having fun playing inside of this team? And it feels like they do. So I mean, that's not gonna get you the whole way there, right? But it's just that if it all feels like it's just, you know, hard grinding work to solve problems, and you know,
right.
we don't know what we're doing yet, and we have to figure out the strategies. Like, you know, that can be pretty rough down the stretch, right?
Oh, definitely can be. And that's when people start getting frustrated and stop being open to ideas in terms of, you know, changing or adapting or trying new things.
Yeah, because you want that feeling of like opening up the game and getting into the servers, being like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna enjoy this.
Plopski's done a very good job inside ladder room so far in this game, despite the scoreline being 2-6, and he's done a pretty good job in that in some of their other matchups on train as well. So he's continuing to have a good performance. Taco, did he just get spammed by Forrest down to 22 HP?
Yes, he did.
Get wrecked.
Probably not enjoying that.
Yeah, he's no longer having fun on this team. I'm out.
Say somebody else will have to do the entry work.
This is all a ruse. It's a fake outside. Smokes and utility. It hasn't pulled a single rotation away. Oh, Twist is going to be frustrated. That is a must-hit shot. Lekro is feeling so lonely. The follow-up, kNgV's got him. And yeah, this is the result. And Twist likely knows a lot of that falls on his shoulders.
Yeah, unfortunately. And we were just talking about how, you know, he's been playing a pretty good game, you know, throughout the tournament, but that has to connect. And I mean, as soon as it doesn't, you could almost just feel the rest of the round, you know, immediately slipping away. And that you even set it up for us. It wasn't even that there was some sort of huge distraction being pulled from all the grenades and the fake in the A bomb site. It was just that one missed shot.
7-2 for MIBR. Now turning into a very incredible half. It's not the worst thing in the world for NiP. Yeah, they do lose another round, which they can't much afford to lose a whole lot more down the stretch, but it doesn't eliminate the economy. They had money built up as well, so another perfectly strong buy coming out from the defensive side, and yeah, you can understand that.
Yeah. The Listerine face, I think, as Henry would say. That might be one of the best, best explanations.
Well, shout out to Duncan. He was the first time I heard of it, and it's apparently from an obscure hip-hop artist or something like that.
All right. Well, fair enough. Lekro goes down. Early peak of the high ground, and now Twist. A chance for make up for... Well, no. I take it all back. No chance. Setting him up for a hero story there, you know.
Yeah, isn't it the worst feeling when you're building it up and you're like, man, I'm really selling this. I'm really, you know, this is going to be a great round. I'm setting up the casting perfectly, and then he just gets shot in the face.
Trying to give it to him like last round was bad, but now he's back with a vengeance in round number 10. And just check this out. Didn't happen.
And it's just such devastating hits out of the Brazilian side that there's no choice.
Yeah.
But to save.
They're incredible hits, and I think, you know, one of the things that makes it even better, at least from my point of view, is there isn't that hesitation in what they're doing right now. They get the kill on Lekro, and they make the call, like, it's B right now. And then, you know, yeah, they set up like 1 or 2 flashbangs or something like that, but there isn't like a second guessing. And there's been previous versions of MIBR where, you know, that's exactly what would happen, right? Like, they'd get an opening, and then they were like, oh, but maybe, you know, maybe we shouldn't go. Then they wait. Then somebody gets picked off, and now, you know, the opening that you had is gone, and then you wait a bit more, and it's like that kind of stuff. I'm too old for it. I don't have patience for it anymore. Don't want it.
Too old for it. Man, this is rough.
It's very rough.
Just because NiP hasn't even been a fight.
But listen, if you're a fan of Brazilian Counter-Strike, you're having a great day right now.
If you're a fan of Swedish Counter-Strike, if you're a fan of Twists, you're not having a great day right now. Twists himself is not having a great day right now. And this pace, I mean, MIBR's just basically said, we'll take this bomb site all day long. Can you stop us? Plopski and Lekro get there in time to have a superficial defense. And I think if you're NiP, just go for it. Like a 2-on-3, yeah, it doesn't feel likely, but you haven't even had to fight for some of these rounds, so do something that can make yourself feel possible. And kNgV, this flank might have to start picking up the pace.
Yeah, Forest has a, Lekro has a smoke. Oh, he reads it so well, Lekro. That's very smart. At least he sees it. The kill would have been everything, and kNgV still taking down Forest. Man, I can't believe it. Lekro, he's going to pick that one up. He's smoked off the bomb already. He doesn't have a kid. Oh, he picks one up right then and there, and now he's inside of it, and Fallen just spraying down from the high ground, and he wins the fight. You said go for it, and I don't think you were wrong either. I mean, that could have been their round. Maybe even should have been, but 9-2.
The unfortunate one, I mean, you have to say, I give all the props in the world to kNgV, who I think saved this round. Getting dinked on that flank and connector and still being able to just ignore the player at high ramp and take that peek to kill the one player at the first train. That's impressive to keep your composure and your accuracy in that situation. And MIBR now starting to pile it on. No money left after the buy for NiP.
Furio taking out Vitality earlier in the day. Now MIBR really doing a lot of damage to NiP. It's the first map, and the second map is Inferno. And then Mirage is the deciding one. Right now, the Swedes aren't coming up with very many answers, which is absolutely cause for concern. Plopski mentioned his ability to win some of these pop dog fights. Doing decent damage there, but taking even more. And it must be nerve-wracking holding pop dog with 23 health. But he's still committed to it, so. Impressive.
You have to be at a certain point, don't you? He's done a good job at it, so why not? I mean, the hard part is if he falls out of it, that has to change the entire nature of their defense, because Forrest is watching with the AWP. He's got his back turned to everything. So as soon as he moves out of Pop Dog, Forrest has to reconsider a new angle. They need to win the entry battles. If they lose this entry fight, if any of them lose their initial fight, the defense is going to crumble. You can see the way they've turned around on top of the train. Fallen gets that kill. There goes Force. This is what I mean. As soon as one player goes down, there's no one protecting the other aspect of that triangle. And Lekro, not too many times you're going to see someone more blind than that, but he still managed a double kill. No one saw him. Twist is alive as well. A one-on-one, and Taco's got to get the bomb and plant, but Twist is going to come around to a new angle for the bomb. Taco just gets out of his vision.
5 seconds. He's right inside of the smoke, but Twist just can't see it. That smoke is like the most fortunate thing in the world for Taco. If not, Twist would have stopped the bomb and won the round right then and there. But now instead, Taco waiting with the Krieg on the other side, and Twist, he's likely just going to have one chance to land this shot. He hasn't got a kit picked up currently, and he's walking around the long side, taking an extra couple of seconds, but this might be the perfect move. Taco with his back turned, and Twist. That's a nice play. A nice double kill out of him, and good thinking, and man, they needed it.
Yeah, Taco never expected him to take that route, not even for a moment. I think also part of it was probably scared to get into a different part of cover, just not knowing where Twist was at any single point, but just staying in that moment. I think a lot of times in that situation, in that clutch, Taco's position would have been pretty powerful, but Twist picks the perfect route. But again, another victory for NiP where they just don't survive with very many players. Surviving with only one. The only clean victory they've had has been ones that started with the Scout and the CZs. They lived with all 5 players in that round. Other than that, they've been getting battered. So backs against the wall still in terms of the money, UMP and utility, fast-paced. from MIBR out mid. Plopski is going to make it into ladder room, but Twist is neutralized by so much utility. Getting spammed down, he's got 1 kill, and kNgV can't find the follow-up. He's looking for, oh, Lucas on top of the train gets them both, and it's hectic. It's insanity outside.
Yeah, REZ even trying to fall back, but running into some remains of that Molotov, and Lekro goes down. So much time on the clock here. Plopski and REZ, they're both in the right position. The fight is going to end in this bomb site, and it's going to be Plopski going down now, leaving REZ in a 1 versus 2, and they're on either side of him. He is boxed in with a UMP. Man, I don't know how you win this fight, and Taco going to make it a little bit trickier, putting him down at 31, falling on the other side, and he's just coming up the train at the same time. Oh, what a coincidence.
He took his time with the shot as well. He just relaxed.
10-3.
This is brutal, and I think NiP just has to buy. I know they don't have a lot of money. I know like there's probably, this is one of those situations where you can't really criticize them either way, but I think you just go full investment here. NiP need rounds more than anything. Brazilian team's coming in hot today.
Yeah, Furia, now MIBR, and they invest half their economy into this, so gunning for that 4th round possibly at the end of it. I kind of understand what you're saying. Like, it doesn't feel good when that's what's on offer here. Great kills from Plopski though.
Can't defend the bomb though. Back away,
yeah,
young man. You can't. This is not a bomb. This is not a position that you can hold for very long. Yeah, you have a teammate in ladder room, but just give it up. Play the 3-on-3.
They should be able to throw just like 1 good grenade to get rid of him altogether, but he's sticking around. Wants to be the hero. There's the flashbang, and at least they haven't run him down yet. Lucas is on the other side. Plopski, I don't think he realizes yet. Now he's in a lot of trouble. He's going to pick up the 1 and almost continue the spray. I mean, fair play to Plopski, but
look at this. Look at this lurk from Fur, though. There's so much time for this lurk to have impact and come to fruition. Lucas, the danger man, obviously, is Lekro, but there's no reason for Lucas to be dropping down ladder because Fur is going to come outside and have pretty much full control. He's got a lot of places to clear. But really the only danger point for Lucas is when he comes out T-mid is making sure he doesn't get peeked from ladder.
Fur is carefully taking his time, clearing the whole way. She's checking out everything. And REZ is even making a little bit of noise, I think, running around in B. I don't know if Fur would have heard all of that, but yeah, Lekro may be the only one still that could stop it at about 18 seconds left. If he turns around at the right time with that deagle and connects with it, but now Fur's got very suspicious. He's seen nobody else anywhere on the bomb site, and he's going to be catching Lekro. A little bit of a worry there. Ooh, that could have been a nice shot, but still, the bomb will be planted. And REZ with a scout and no armor for the retake. And yeah, that's low percentage. Another round for MIBR. They are so far ahead at 11-3 heading into the last round of the half.
And they've done I mean, this is not the MIBR that we think of in the past as, you know, that fluid, that tactical team. This is them a lot of ways. I mean, their tactics have been really aggressive and really brute force of just getting out mid. That's been so successful for them, as those pop flashes, getting players out into the open, streaming out the yard, just doing a very, very good job. And I think the nice thing that we've watched out this T side is whenever they gain a foothold in that outer train yard, they're still taking fights, but they're kind of pausing. They're not just trying to push all the way down. They're willing to just get on top of trains and find the next fight and make sure that it's traded.
Yeah, it's been a real joy to watch. Forrester will pick up 1. Lucas ran into a lot of grenades and some rifles out there in yard. So, I mean, they did go for the half buy in the previous round, and the logic was having this double orb and all of the utility in this one. Taco with an opening, and he's going to be right on the ball. He's on health, but he's playing this for the team right now. He just wants to create an opening, even if the bomb is on the other side. It's just about forcing something out. The kNgV will go down to Twist himself, pushing aggressively, and that should be enough here for NiP. Forrest will take down Taco, and then it's fallen in a 1 versus 4.
Let's see what he's got with the bomb. 3 players rotating inside for the defense, and Fallen is hoping for a freebie before he makes his move. It's not going to happen. NiP, I like this play from them as well. This is one of those calls that might seem silly. It's the last round, so giving up the plant doesn't matter. It's just all 4 of us staying together, ensuring that no matter where the bomb goes down, where Fallen appears, we're all here to at least trade the kills, and no matter how many he gets, there's another body to throw at the problem. And Fallen just doesn't even have any idea of where to throw the Molotov. I don't know why he threw it there. but it's okay.
It's okay.
They had 11-4 half. You've done your job, brother. 11-4 in the favor of MIBR. We're going to head to a break. When we come back, we'll see if NiP have a comeback in them.
Welcome back. 11-4 in the first half in favor of MIBR on train in the best of 3 against NiP. And the Swedes, I don't know. They need to spice up those meatballs and get back in the game.
Jesus. What a way to describe it.
Add some more flavor. That is one thing that, like, Scandinavian countries, just broadly speaking, just have no idea about.
What, food?
No, I just mean
Spices and flavoring?
I'm not even lying. I just don't even think the food is amazing either. But
no, it's not.
But like the spices are like salt and pepper.
Scandinavian and German food, and UK food for that matter, they all have something to be desired.
Yeah, I agree. Now
American food, when you start deep frying everything, now we're talking.
Everything about
deep fried cookie dough, deep fried ice cream, deep fried cookies.
There's not many bad things about America. I'm not gonna lie. But I will say,
careful.
I will say this. I cook good food, so that's, you know, I know how to do that.
You've been telling me that for a year, and I have yet to experience it. So, well,
we'll find out. We'll make a whole thing out of it.
Show one day.
Yeah.
11-4 in the favor of MIBR. That was a absolutely awesome and fun to watch T side out of MIBR. They completely body bagged NiP every which way.
Yeah, they've got them. They've got them right where they want them.
NiP did not string together 2 rounds at any one point during that first half. It was 4 individual victories. What a tough thing to have to overcome into the second half. Here we go. Pistol round. You've got 1 close up to lower ramp, 1 in ladder room. Lecro's breaking out all the windows. No utility for NiP. It's all 5 with armor. Surely they just go inside. Brute force it.
Well, they've got forced very low down. Maybe, I mean, even just showing himself there, but wondering if he wanted to try and see if he could pull somebody out of, out of the other defense. Going to be showing his feet right here, and he sees Fur. Not going to be taking too much damage off of that, but still, that's a double position inside of Pop Dog with Lucas all the way on the other side. This is kind of a powerful setup, I think, for MIBR, because they're not going to be risking very heavily grenaded in Pop Dog. REZ, though, a great opening. My God, a triple kill, even taking down Fur, and there's Lecro to close it out. That's a clean pistol round for NiP. I was kind of digging this defense for MIBR, but they didn't get any of the kills.
I don't know if I was digging the defense so much as I was not digging the offense for NiP. The idea of having no utility in a pistol round like that, but I mean, listen, you can't ask those results. That is a very clean march to the bomb site for NiP. 5-11. Getting started on the right foot on their offensive side. And a second round investment from MIBR. I forget who put the stats out. I think it was Professor from HLTV saying that in this tournament so far, the CT side second round has been won after losing the pistol with more frequency than the T side. I think it was
our arch nemesis. And kNgV both going down to Forest Galil.
That's the last time I quote HLTV statistics.
Well, I'm sure they'll get us back with a quiz at some point. Waiting for us. 3 versus 5 here, and the good fortunes will continue for NiP in this round, at least for a little bit. REZ will go down. A nice shot from Lucas. That is a beautiful setup. Just read that all the way through. Now, he's still going to be going down and they'll lose the round, but look at how much health is left on Forest and Plopski there. That's still a little bit scary.
I was going to say, he gets one more with that AK-47, and that round gets thrown into the air. Nice try from Lucas. A couple of good shots. Obviously, REZ not even looking at him, but that one is a thing of beauty. 11-6, and MIBR now having to sit on pistols. kNgV has 3,100. He's going to want that AWP in the next round. But NiP with the big advantage, and they know it. MAC-10 on REZ. Take advantage of the no armor. Take advantage and get some bonus money built up. And this is a round I think NiP can flex a little bit more. You can see how fast they're being in exchange.
Yeah, just quickly taking up some of the forward positions here. Waiting, maybe expecting a push out of MIBR, and they have pushed into T-main. They have some P250s lined up close range, so they could definitely do some damage with that. Twist tapping away long range. They sort of peek in front of it. He's happy. He's just fine with that. And you know what? Just bring them all.
Yeah.
The Krieg doesn't even notice if there's more people in front.
No, it has no idea. It just takes them all out. Forest opening up the bomb site. So 7th round for the Ninjas. And then we'll get the gun round, the gun rounds in. We'll get the rifles out for MIBR and see what kind of a defense they can mount. This scoreline is going to close very quickly if MIBR doesn't get started with the AWPs and the rifles out immediately. And that's one of those reasons why you do. We talk about it frequently, and we know like the economy's in such a sketchy position that it's hard. I mean, it's still difficult for me to kind of consider right or wrong with the Counter-Strike theory that we've known for 20 years. But
yeah,
that second round buy when you're up 11-5 is like those are Molotovs, those are smokes, those are kits that you can use in this next round.
Yeah, you know, I think at some point probably what you want to do is you want to rely less on the intuition of it, right, and just be like, you know, can we get some hard stats on that one? What if you, like, is there a point at which you're so far ahead that you say, it's better for us to have, you know, better buys down the stretch than it is for us to try and win, like, a lower percentage round early on? Like, it's going to feel great if we do, and we know that we're probably going to, like, you know, crush them if we do, but...
Because I think the stat that I was referencing earlier from HLTV was, like, even the CT side only wins the second round at, like, a 23% win rate, which, I mean, is not bad, 1 out of 4, right? But...
yeah. But at the same time, but I mean that's one side of it, right? Then the other side is like, what happens if you don't do it? As in, like, how is the rest of it? And you're going to need a lot of data points to support any kind of, you know, any kind of analysis for that kind of thing. That would be a fun math project. Get the nerds out and get them looking at it.
Calling all nerds.
Calling all nerds. I know a couple of them. 3K2, who's got a degree in physics and math.
In nerdistry?
Oh yeah, in the best possible way.
All right, well, REZ and Electro about to lead the way out Ivy. There's no one actually defending this bomb site. Both AWPs are going to be back hauls, and kNgV, that would have been a nice shot to hit. Now he's got to back away. Utility is there, and Lucas was trying to keep some space. It's not going to work. That's a good flick, though. kNgV doing what he does best. Almost a quick scope into the smoke. He can stop this. He can definitely stop that plant. That's a huge play. A possibility has opened up now for MIBR. kNgV's done it, and Taco on the flank all along. It's all down to Forest in a 1 versus 2.
That is an amazing play from kNgV. He's entirely exposed going for that shot, and I mean, that could have gone horribly wrong, but what a magnificent double kill. And Forrest now is out of time. It doesn't even matter what he does here. 6 seconds left. I mean, he can go for the bomb plant, but he must know that they're going to be right on top of him as soon as he does, and yeah, not even worth trying. It's hard to even disagree with him. Like, what would the point have been? He knew that they were going to be right next to him there. 12-7. It's not a clean round win, but the problem is MIB actually saved both the orbs in that round.
Yeah.
And NiP, yeah, well, they can obviously buy themselves, but that's hard to deal with.
All of this is just made possible by kNgV. That is what an aggressive play to make, and it was all worth it once he stops the bomb plant. That is so nice. And NiP now in a really tough spot. You have to win this round if you're them. Out of money on so many players. And yeah, you're right. I mean, a sketchy win for MIBR, but still the double op in their hands and still plenty of rifles to surround them. The only tough part is Fallen without armor. But look at this read. This is a cold read for MIBR. 3 players inside at the start. kNgV was there previously. He's rotated off, but he's going to have a fast rotation back.
Yeah, he's so mobile in that position in the middle. He can go wherever he wants. And he has a Molotov and a smoke as well. So, you know, even if he gets smoked off or something like that, he could still throw that Molotov down towards the default plant, and that would be quite annoying. REZ setting up for a bit of a fake out here. Just a smoke and a flashbang. That's not doing a lot to sell it. They are throwing one of the smokes in that wall from the other side and the deep smoke in towards Ivy.
It's working.
Yeah, they're doing a bit there. Pulling kNgV back out, and Taco goes down. Beautiful entry from Forrest to take him out. And Lucas hiding back here with the M4. He's going to win the fight against REZ. Secondary fight, though. Plopski right on top of him. Lecro with the late, or I guess not late lurk, a little bit of an early lurk even. Being taken out by kNgV. 3-on-3 with the bomb down, and Fur on the flank.
If Fur doesn't get anything in the flank, you save this. If you can't find Forrest, which is a tough off angle, I think Fur's just going to go down for free. Yeah, save these ops now. Time to back away. You have no way to get back into this round, but they're going to go for it anyways. They ignore my advice, and here we go. 2-on-2, double ops. There's the peek, and no oh, that is a sick transfer. Holy hell. An unarmored Fallen, and a bullet catches him in what had to have been the eye socket.
He just swung that Krieg, didn't he? Like, that wasn't aiming. That was just in that general direction, let's just go.
That was like True Lies at the end.
Yeah.
And they drop the gun down the stairs, and it accurately hits every single
that's what
guy.
that feels like. Why don't we have more movies like that?
Oof, that was a must-win for NiP. Phenomenal that they pulled it out. Look what it's done to the economy. A complete reversal of fortunes. They're sitting pretty. MIBR, barely even any upgraded pistols. Just a Deagle and a P250 is all they could afford.
Isn't there like a Leslie Nelson like comedy of that? I feel like there is. Like
yes,
like
there is. I'm trying to remember what it's called.
I don't know. I'm actually scared to go back and watch some of those movies because
Leslie Nelson's comedy definitely holds up.
Yeah, or do they? I'm worried that I'd
Absolutely.
watch them. I'd be like, I don't know what this is about, but I remember them being really funny. So, but I was worried it was like a childhood thing. Regardless, 21st round, out of money on the MIBR side. I mean, we talked about this NiP when they were playing yesterday, how much they were holding on to the game and how impressive in a sense it was that they were able to do that just mentally for such a long time. And just as I say that, they're actually losing way too much to these USPs. This should have been the point where they found a little bit more of a platform, almost getting sniped away, and yeah, they have to back on out of that fight. 30 seconds left. NiP, this is the round where you get something underneath you. You start to have a feeling like something is working, and instead, it's very sketchy. You've got Twist, who's supposed to be just covering the bomb once it's down, moving up, and he's getting with the pistol, taking a kill, but 14 seconds here, and he's going to go straight for the bomb plant, and, well, kNgV had fallen back. Otherwise, I think this round would already be over. Twist falling back into it, or that he doesn't even know where to stand. I can't even blame him. Where do you go if you're in this position? Scoped up. He gets a kill on kNgV. That is so quick. Twist, he wants to make up for earlier, and he's already got 16 kills. He has played a very good game. Smoker's up there. He misses the chance, and Fornal will take him down anyway. MIBR stealing that round for NiP, and the Swedes, man, they're playing this game on hard mode right now.
They really are. They're doing their best to make this difficult, to give MIBR the red carpet. That little flick over from Twist was so disgusting. I thought after that kill, that's one of those ones where you're like, he deserves the clutch. He deserves everything.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
It's so insane considering the attention that Fallen was taking from him. 16 kills on Twist, 16 on Fur. The frag leaders for both teams actually pretty identical. 12 deaths as well. ADR a bit higher for Twist, and entries obviously for the Oppers is a bit unreasonable of a comparison, as we highlighted a couple times. Tactical pause for MIBR though. all things considered, their CT side hasn't been great. It's still been early showings. I love that kNgV look.
Yeah.
I love everything about it.
It is. It's pretty intimidating, isn't it? It's kind of cool. I think. I mean, that obviously should have been NiP's round. This should have been 9-12 right now. But
that's certainly how they're going to think about it, right? Like,
yeah.
To just a P250, a Deagle, and 3 USPs, that's a round at this junction in the game that you just cannot be dropping. But we see it happen frequently, and there's a lot of heartbreak in there. So again, backs against the wall. They're going to have to see if they can pick up the pieces from their previous round failure. 2 players towards the inner bomb side. I think actually Lekro and Plopski going to join up with them. So 4 players heading towards inner. Now the previous gun round was a nice little fake outside that pulled the defense off this B bomb site.
Well, I think this time Forrest is going to be smoking the inside. I think this is going to go all the way over to the inside of C connector, which is, I mean, an amazingly cool smoke. And REZ will even open up and a follow-up. I think it was Lekro getting the kill, but it didn't even matter. Lucas with a double, but he still gets dropped and...
It's already a safe call.
Yeah. It's time to call a safe. That smoke from Forest, I want to go back and find out where it landed, because it's supposed to actually stop anyone from coming in the C connector like they just did. Like, I don't think Lucas' double would have been possible if not for... Like, if that smoke had landed.
Well, there was even... They threw him... I don't know if that's where it's supposed to go, because they threw a Molotov into connector as well, as they were entering. So maybe... I don't know where it's supposed to go.
Yeah. Maybe we could find out.
You're the smoke and spam expert of this partnership.
Yeah, I was feeling confident in it, so maybe it messed up, and that's why they decided to, like, you know, say, all right, well, smoke it is, or Molotov it is, but still.
Regardless, the inner defense needs to be able to mount some kind of resistance. Need to be able to at least trade those kills or get something. Not able to muster anything up at that time. So NiP still scrapping together rounds, 9-13, as they fight their way back into this. I like the call to save, because Fallen had, 4,100 in that round, so he dropped over an M4 to Fur. Taco, unfortunately, is, you know, good luck, friend.
I'm just, I don't know. We've been talking about all the things that we like about MIBR and their confidence and their decision-making and their following through on their commitment to a strategy and all the rest of it. There's like, what I'm liking about NiP now is the fact that it does seem like it takes so much to break them right now. Like, again, I have this feeling like they should have been almost mentally knocked out of this fight already. Fallen doing his best to make sure that they are knocked out like that way. REZ wins the fight through the smoke, taking down Lucas, and the bomb drops for a second, but Lekro with the return now. kNgV on the bomb site. And he is so fast. Look at that flick, dropping Forrest down to 26, and that's a hard vertical angle to hit there. Twist will go down and flanking around. He's trying to beat Taco with the FAMAS, but still he'll come out on top. And now it's Forrest in a 1 versus 2 with a minute left.
Oh, and he's going to be so frustrated. I don't think there's any possible way to read this, because both defenders, Taco and Fallen, have backed off the angles where they'd already gotten kills, and they're going for a massive flank. So no one's actually even close to Forrest, ironically. And by the time he clears everything out and feels the safety to go pick up the bomb and come back to the site, MIBR, both players will be in a whole different angle, and they've both put themselves in a position to work together. And that is the key of this repositioning. And what a godlike rotation from Fallen and Taco.
Yeah, it's so smart. And he can't, Forrest can't obviously risk just running. He has to maneuver that slowly and check everything. And yeah, you're absolutely right. Just that they use that time to get into almost unbeatable positions. Great work from Taco with the FAMAS. Beating, I think winning that fight against Lekro, that's what did it.
Yeah, that was the one that really turned it so that they had the advantage. 14-9 and a timeout being called by NiP. No plant, so no extra bonus money. They're just going to scrape together whatever they can. And wanting to play for the win. A Krieg on Twist already, an AK-47 on Lekro. Forrest, Plopski, and REZ going to have to stay on the pistols.
I'm not saying we haven't seen frustration out of NiP in this game, but I feel like it hasn't been to that, sort of disturbing level. I feel like if NiP can keep, this kind of grit where they're sort of they're all the time hanging on to the game, they're really not letting themselves get beat. And then, if they could just win some of those rounds that have been so close, right, then actually they have a much different game on their hands. Even if they are far behind in this one and it's looking, increasingly like it's going to be a hard task to make a comeback. I feel like they have a cool quality just in that. Like the persistence is something that's super valuable.
Ooh, they're going to push onto Taco. Nade is out, but kNgV's here to hold the space as they come through the smoke. Nobody can see him. Nice work from Taco and kNgV, and that might just be the ball game. Again, without even getting close to a plant, there's just not enough money to buy. NiP is going to come into this final round, this 25th round, with no rifles.
Yeah, and that's a problem. Just Deagles. I know it's not all about the money.
Yes, it is.
But when it comes to buying guns, it is.
Yes, it is. Don't you ever say that. Nade is out. Ooh. Twist is down. Flashbang came in a tad bit late, but forced. He wants to swing wide. He's got an opportunity, and yeah, they know that it's desperate, and they're going for just a quick 1D headshot and see what that can provide them, and it's providing them with nothing. REZ surely going to go down at any moment. MIBR is going to take this first map in the series 16-9. Might just be a time of when Fallen swings back, and there it is. Final kill goes Fallen's way, and that is Lucas at 18 kills, but kNgV leads the way at 19, so the newest additions to MIBR delivering for also with 19. Yeah. And just a solid victory powered by offense for the Brazilian side.
Absolutely. Job well done for MIBR. You've got to appreciate that. Just looking at the scores, though, for NiP, I mean, nobody's really lacking far behind, right? Like, they all put in a really good effort. I think there are some critical rounds that they end up losing that could make their job just much easier, right? Like, they wouldn't have to keep, like, fighting back and holding on to the game if they just won, like, you know, one or two of those really close rounds. I mean, the one they lost to USPs, obviously, that's a little bit unforgivable.
That's the big one. Even the follow-up round where, like, you remember that fight with Lucas and Taco with the FAMAS, where there were a couple FAMAS on the defense. Like, that was a round that was within their grasp as well. So that's tough for NiP to drop that. Either way, Brazilian teams, both of them today, coming out swinging for the fences, and it's looking good. 1-0 for MIBR. We're going to head to a break. We'll come back. We'll get the desk, and then we'll get map 2 underway in this series.
Charge up your game with excitement. Highest odds on the market. Coverage of all live and pre-match events. Place your bets with Solid Bookmaker and win with your favorite teams. Take what's rightfully yours with GGBet.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
What is that? A karambit? A big shout out to CS Money for partnering with us for this event. If you like skins like this, do not forget to head on over to our giveaway, which you can find below.